The all-electric Lyriq is the most important vehicle Cadillac has launched in a generation. I'm auto specialist Tom Voelk for the Seattle International Auto Show. I've traveled to the press launch in Park City, Utah. Here's my look at its performance, ride quality, interior, interface, and Ultium battery technology. Plus, there's this awesome grille.
We developed this black crystal shield. It's essentially a piece of black polycarbonate that we paint black on the backside, and then it gets laid into a laser ablation bed where a laser comes in and ablates away the black paint to reveal whatever pattern we want to do.
A quick primer before driving impressions. Rear-drive Lyriqs make 340 horsepower and 325 pounds of instant torque to move a 5,600-pound vehicle. One-pedal driving is a thing. It can be adjusted to be very aggressive. Plus, GM has rethought the regen paddle. The harder it's squeezed, the more recuperation drag.
Depending on how firmly you pull on that paddle will change your decel rate. So you have choice now in how you want to stop the vehicle. You can either use the traditional approach of the brake pedal, you can use a one-pedal drive, or you can use the regen on-demand paddle on the steering wheel, or you can combine all of them together because, again, we merge our friction braking and our regenerative braking together.
I'm paired with Henry Payne, automotive columnist with the Detroit News. You're getting two opinions out of one review. You own a Tesla Model 3. How does regen stack up with this?
Lyriq gives you more options. So the Tesla Model 3, you're either on regen or you're off regen. Lyriq gives you three options. You can be off, then it gives you on, and then it has an extreme high setting. And then even within those settings, it gives you a further option with a paddle on the left steering wheel so that you can brake it even further like that.
Yeah, wow. And you're not touching the brake pedal?
Not at all. This is all one pedal driving.
It's pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
Brake pedal feel when feathering from recuperation to using the physical binders is seamless. The Cadillac of dynamics, as it were. Same goes for cabin noise, or lack of it. Very, very little wind noise.
Right.
Exceptionally quiet car.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no A-pillar noise. Yeah, it's very quiet in here.
Yeah. Let's get back to how Lyriq is engineered. This chassis cutaway is of an all-wheel drive model that will be available first quarter of 2023. This is the second GM EV to use the new Ultium battery technology, the first being GMC Hummer EV that Lyriq shares its rear-drive motor with. Lyriq's pack has 102 kilowatts of energy.
Nickel metal cobalt aluminum cathode with an artificial graphite anode. The battery pack itself, to hold all of these 288 cells, is a mixed steel technology that was specifically designed to handle the tough work of crash, where you need the stiff, hard steel. And then on the lateral beams here, we also have some good steel in there to take the load and transfer it and have that very solid feel so you feel very connected to the vehicle at all times.
Lyriq's range is EPA rated at 312 miles. Lyriq's max charge rate is 190 kilowatts, or 76 miles of range in 10 minutes at the right DC fast charger. Set a destination in the Navi and the system will locate stations along the way, optimize the route for best charging strategy, and precondition itself before arriving to juice up. Pause the video to view charging estimates. Keep in mind that some 85% of charging is done at home, and most commercial fast charging terminals that I encounter max out at 150 kilowatts. Lyriq fires up in the traditional way. I'll cover the bespoke 33-inch display in detail later. Too bad drivers don't see the grille animation. Let me show it to you at night, where it's easier to see. And it's not just the front. People in the rear get some entertainment as well. Overall, it's definitely a crowd pleaser. There is no traditional transmission, just step-down gearing. This selector feels lovely, by the way. Driving modes that don't change when cycling the ignition include a setting to personalize a number of dynamics like throttle response and steering weight. The suspension is 5-link front and rear. Dampers are not adaptive. Firmness can't be changed. This is where one-pedal drive aggressiveness is adjusted. The rear-drive Lyriq is quick enough. 0 to 60 in just under 7 seconds. The all-wheel drive version is coming. It's more powerful. The rear drive version, it's got decent scoot. The drive route Cadillac mapped out took us on some pretty interesting roads.
We've been chucking this around in curves. For a big crossover, it handles pretty well.
It does, and it is big. I mean, this I'm 6'5" guy, got a lot of room in the back seat.
Yeah.
It's got a 100 kilowatt hour battery underneath this here with the Ultium platform. So this is not a small car, but has very good pickup.
The hefty floor-mounted pack drops the center of gravity, weight distribution is near 50-50. The low rolling resistance tires have better grip than expected. The cabin is quite different from Cadillacs of the past, with a hint of mid-century modern. There are knurled details throughout the space. All of the controls and switches are bespoke to Cadillac, feeling noticeably solid and rich. The center console is cantilevered out. Because an open lid looks dorky, designers didn't cover the cup holders. It's adjustable in case you like handles on your coffee mug. Substantial door releases feel like they were snatched from a 60s Caddy. No cheap plastics down below either. It's all good stuff. Prince would love this touch. The heated and vented chairs are right up there with Volvo when it comes to comfort and support. Let's spend some time on the interface with Sandy Lipscomb. It runs on the Android Automotive platform. The graphics are from Unreal Engine. Displaying over 1 billion colors, in some way the curved screen is better than the one found in Escalade.
So this isn't just two 12-inch screens stuck together to look like one.
No, it's one big 33-inch diagonal screen. We're really focused on making this vehicle feel like it's yours. So the content that you can control here is, first of all, put it in a gauge view. You can put it in an energy view, which shows you your output as well as your kilowatts per hour, and you've got your map view. We're working with Google Automotive Services. I'll touch on that a little bit more later. You can also have some shortcuts here to audio, phone, as well as your voice enablement, which is both Google Automotive Services and Alexa. But you don't need this voice button in order to elicit Google. You can just say, "Hey Google, take me to Starbucks."
Oh, you knew I'm from Seattle.
Everybody loves Starbucks, so
True.
There you go. So it brings up the content, just, yes, please navigate. So it brings up the content that you would normally think.
0 miles away. Want to navigate there?
Yes.
The back seat is quite roomy and wide enough for 3 average-sized adults as long as trips aren't cross-country. Same with the cargo area. There's dedicated storage for the security shade and supplied travel charge cord. There are also remote releases because this is a Cadillac. The trunk grows from 28 cubic feet to 61, pretty darn big. While GM is coy with figures, it claims Lyriq's first online sales sessions sold out in minutes, the second one in hours. The executives on hand seemed genuinely jazzed that a significant number of these buyers are the highly coveted Gen X and Y, many in coastal states like California. Most are new to the mark.
All right, summing this up, what I'm really surprised about is the pricing. This is only what, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 more than EV6 and Ioniq 5.
Yeah, there's a $60,000 car on the nose.
And I kind of feel like this is worth much, much more than those. This is more comfortable. It feels like it's bigger. It's got better materials. It's got similar range. And it's got all the light graphics.
You do get this lovely curved screen, which would come right out of a Porsche Taycan.
Yeah.
So there's enough here in terms of jewelry that it's definitely a luxury vehicle.
How good is Lyriq? Well, 2023 models are sold out already. 2024s are available for pre-order. Check with your local Cadillac dealer for a closer look at this groundbreaking electric SUV. For the Seattle International Auto Show, I'm Tom Voelk.